Everyone. So I was at work today and I was able to read some of this Harry Potter book because I've been kind of doing that in my spare time on lunch. That's kind of how I pass the time, and it's really nice and relaxing, and I like it. Um, but I had forgotten how funny these books were, and I wanted to just read a little piece to like show kind of the humor, and then contrast that with how you would do this in the movie, because you can't. And this is kind of like the whole thing with movie adaptions, where you can't really show clever bits of phrase. So here we go. Crystal gazing is a particularly refined art, she said dreamily. I do not expect any of you to see when you first peer into the orb's infinite depths. We shall start by practicing relaxing the consciousness of the mind and the external eyes. Ron began to snigger uncontrollably, and he had to snuff his fist into his mouth to stifle the noise. So as to clear the inner eye and the superconscious. Perhaps, if we are lucky, some of you will see before the end of the class. And so they began. Harry, at least, felt extremely foolish, staring blankly at the crystal ball, and trying to keep his mind empty when thoughts such as, "This is stupid," kept drifting across it. It didn't help that Ron kept breaking into silent giggles and Hermione kept tutting. Now, I just love that little part where it's like when thoughts such as "this is stupid" were in his mind. It's so clever and funny and impossible to adapt in a movie. Like, what are you supposed to do? Have an echoey voice be like, "This is stupid"? No, no, you just can't adapt that. And so that's one of the reasons that so much stuff gets lost in adaptation. Like so much of the humor and heart and soul of a book. Kind of like with Dresden Files. Dresden has a lot of great little witty things, and unless he's constantly muttering to himself all the time, or unless there's like extra characters for him to communicate with, it doesn't transfer well into a series. Um, which is why you'd have to change something, which kind of sad. I mean, maybe you could have like an echoey voice the entire time, like Dexter. Dexter and Dresden, like the way they did Dexter, would be a great way to do Dresden, I think, personally, because it would allow the humor to really come across. But that's just me.